To the show. I hope you're having an awesome day. Hey Trey, what's up?
What's up, big boss man?
How are you, man? You having a good day?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't.
Complain.
Oh, that's good to hear. I changed the setting on my mic, so if I sound low, make sure you tell me.
Okay, I will do that. For
I
sure.
moved it from going down to up, so that's what's up with that. So,
Okay.
but anyways, so hey guys, if you want to get ready for Trey, give me a beatbox.
All right, let's get it.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Guess what I'm doing? I'm sitting here losing, waiting to put this pro stuff up on the thing that I knew till the break of dawn. Wrong. Only if I can't pretend to be, only if I knew that I would be a happy MC. Yes, sirree, G-O-D, now I gotta run it through. You know what I said because I know I'm cool, huh? Hey, here I come again. Did you really know what I was gonna do? And then I went, hey, so many days. Only if I can't say all the ones that they want me to do. But anyway, hey, how you doing today? My name's Jay Ryan. I gotta say, hey, hello. Only if I can't go, but I gotta do something like this. Was a do-si-do. Oh, bro, this is the time I share the think. Only if I can't break it down and I think that I'm not cool. Only if sometimes I'm cool. Did you really want me to be the one that I do? When that's true, if you really want me to rap, I gotta breathe. Only if I gotta fill my facts, and that's that. Did you understand what this track be? I knew sometimes I'm looking back, I'm crazy. Maybe I might be the best only if I knew what I'm doing, and homie, I never flow with rap. Now I gotta be only if I needed time. Did you really want me to say something that I can find? I define the rhymes, wondering why. What am I doing if I still can't find? Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I hope you're having an awesome day. Trey's getting back into the producing things. It's fine. He's doing an amazing job. I'm the one.
Wait,
that
what?
Has, what, Trey?
Producing?
Well,
I'm a producer?
Well, right now you're producing the show. You're the one that left our side screen on longer than it needed to be. So I was just calling you out
Oh, gotcha.
for your
Interesting.
lack of production skills.
That's my job. Gotcha.
I am doing lots of things. I'm rapping, sending things in.
We'll move you over here. Cool.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. Great production again. Is that me that's doing that? I think it is. Right?
What, do you hear background noise?
Hello. Oh, it was you. All right, we're good to go. All right.
It was there. Now it's gone. Anyway.
All right. That's good to hear. Hi. Hello, Trey. How are you? Are you good this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, this morning. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good this morning. It's over at 9:04 where I'm at, Jason. I don't know if you're on the other end of the continent, but
I am not. We've done this more than 50 times. You know exactly what my time zone is.
Yes,
and we have an awesome guest. We have Genesis. Hey, Genesis.
Woo! Hey, y'all.
Welcome to the show.
Don't worry about me and Trey. We're a little weird. Don't stress yourself out about it.
Jason can speak for himself. So
all right, I'm a little weird, and you can take it as you want. So, yeah. So hey, whatever. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give highlights of the week. What you're gonna do is you're gonna say one sentence of something really cool that happened to you. Now, the best part is you've only been on the show once, so you can say anything that's ever happened to you, but it has to sound really cool. It doesn't need to be cool. Like once I won The Price is Right, but it really was at church. All you need to do is say one sentence. Don't tell us what happened. Just say the cool thing. Then me, Trey, will also do the same thing, and then after we all said our cool sentence, then what you're going to do is then we'll actually explain the answer. So don't give us the answer. Just tell us a really cool headline so people want to open up the paper and find out what's going on. Sounds good?
Cool. So wait, quick question. Let's
Yes.
rewind. So one cool thing that happened this week so far,
It
or
could be any time for you.
It could be anything. They don't know. It
No
could
one
be
knows.
okay.
last
No one
year.
knows how your week was. Yeah.
It could have been when you were born, if you
Yeah.
remember from that far
So
back.
me and Trey will go, and then you'll have time to think of a good story. Trey, do you have one?
Yeah, I actually got to hold packaged. This is gonna sound stupid. Cereal,
Yeah. No, it does sound stupid. So,
but I get to. I'll show you that. I will
Alright,
show you
alright.
the actual thing here in a second.
so mine would be.
Cereal that can fit in the palm of my hand. How about that? It's better. Anyway, go ahead, Jason.
I got to build a lightsaber.
No, you didn't. But anyway,
Hey, let me tell my own story. Let me tell my
was there.
truth, Trey. Let me tell my truth.
Genesis, how about you? What's your highlight of the week? Or
I
month or year?
won. So I won podcast gear from speaking at Podfest Masterclass 2021.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
There you go. That's great.
That's
great
amazing.
move. All right, Trey.
So I happen to have my handy dandy Kit Kat bar here, but it's fruity cereal Kit Kats.
Wait, zoom in. Why you? Seriously, Trey, why do you have to put this up and tempt me? I just came from a workout class. from
So
Zoom.
sorry, I haven't had them yet, but I can try them on stream. I don't know if that'll make you struggle or not. But
No.
I might have to do it because I actually haven't tried them yet, and they've been out for a little bit now. But yeah, no, fruity cereal Kit Kats.
I
They
have
cute-
willpower.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
And I mean, you're stuck with this for an hour, so it's not like you're gonna get in the car and go get them. I guess in
could.
theory you can favorite for yourself. Go like get me a Kit Kat thing and get them to deliver it to your door. That'd be weird, but
And now
you could.
this stream has become a mukbang stream.
Yes. Oh,
Ooh.
tell us, Trey.
Is it good?
Oh, wait, what's happening?
It's not bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me munch on my healthy nuts over here.
This reminds me, right? This reminds me of, like, literally tastes like Fruity Pebble Kit Kats. It tastes amazing. It doesn't remind me of a Kit Kat at all, which is great because Kit Kats aren't my favorite candy. Like, I don't hate on Kit Kats, but if you gave me a Kit Kat over Reese's, you know what I'm saying? It's like... Anyway, I get to eat fruity cereal Kit Kat bars. So go ahead, Jason.
Well, again, Trey is not impressed because I was buying new stuff to get to upgrade the studio. If you look behind me, you'll see my new acoustic panels that I made, and I got 8 of those, which is cool. But I always try to pass by Goodwill, or my son calls it the toy store, to go see if I can find randomness. And today we found some good stuff. I got some sheets and other things to use for the acoustic panels. But then I found a old build it your own lightsaber kit, and so I got to. I've put together and took apart a lightsaber. The problem is I have a 4-year-old, so I've had to do it like 85 times today. So now I'm like one of those military dudes that can just like all the pieces together. Now
Can I
Trey,
get that
already-
one more time? I thought that's what it
Yes.
was. I was just making sure.
Now the problem, Trey, I know you want me to show you my skills, but my son has taken the lightsaber that I've called my own. See, he has like 8 lightsabers. I should be allowed my own. That's what I should be allowed. But my son has took it, so so that's happened to me. I made a lightsaber. I really, one day I'm gonna have myself a sweet
Same.
Vaults of Valhalla $2,000 custom made cyber lightsaber hilt.
And for those who have no idea what he's talking about, Genesis, you may or may not know, but there's this guy that was he on our podcast before?
No, if he
He
was
was
on
on-
the podcast, you'd remember.
He was on right. I don't think he was. So he was on a sister show of ours, the social and distancing show.
Uncle, cousin show.
Aunt,
All right, yeah, aunt show.
whatever. It was on their show, and this guy makes custom lightsaber hilts,
Oh,
Like-
wow.
They're
but
beautiful.
like they're upwards of $400 and more.
Oh, wow.
They're not like he has them on back order for people's customs orders and stuff. It's not like something you'll find at Target. It's like stupid expensive and seriously personable, and it's super cool. That's what he's talking. That's what he was referencing. It's called Vaults of Valhalla on Facebook.
So, do you think that he would sponsor a lightsaber for y'all's podcast for you to advertise?
Probably not.
He's doing way better. He went viral like 2 years ago.
Here's the
And
thing.
So he was on a show before he became viral, and yeah.
Kyle says he the social distancing show is our father's brother's niece's ex-roommate. That's their relation to us. Chase Pond is coming through too.
What's up, Chase?
Genesis. So anyway, yeah, if he sponsored our show, I would hands down.
Yes.
I would take anything he created. I would love it.
Che, the problem is if he made us a Flows for You hilt,
It would look so.
no, but who would get ownership? It'd be me, right?
I would fight you.
We'd have to ship it to each other, so
Half and
each one of
half.
us can have it. But the problem is that bad boy's getting stolen. It's not going to make it.
Oh yeah.
like third, fourth time shipping it. Yeah.
Anyway, I want to hear what about Genesis.
All right, tell us about your podcast win.
Yes, I want to hear about the big win.
So, I had applied to be a guest for Podfest Masterclass 2021. At first, I wasn't really sure if I was going to get it or not. And then, some weeks went by or whatnot, and they responded back and they're like, hey, we would like you to be a case study speaker for Podfest Masterclass. So then once I got on there, I was like, ooh, okay, what can I talk about? So I talked about, sorry, y'all. I was eating some nuts
good.
while Trey was eating his yummy Kit Kat bar down below. So then...
Slight shade, but it's fine. I'm just kidding.
So my topic was rising above limitations and breaking down barriers. So I gave, because I feel like, so many people have limitations that are holding them back in life, whether they're, mentally in their head, whether they're physical or emotionally. And it's time for us to stop playing it safe and really get out there and take ownership of who we are and what we were created for.
Wow.
And then really embrace that, because each one of us was uniquely created for such a time as this. And it's time for you to level up.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. That's amazing.
It's like you are friends with our friend, with a friend of the show, leveled up. Oh man, now I don't even know what's up.
Level
now.
up.
Leveled up. Fellowship. I forget what it's called now. Anyways, it's in Houston. It's an awesome thing. I'm totally ruining it at this point, Trey. Why didn't
Let's
you
just move past it. Let's just move past it.
Stop me.
So
Gosh.
I'm sorry. When did you end up winning from that?
So I won a Pod Box Founders Edition. So it came with the Pod Box like little playbook, new microphone, headphones, and then they created my image for my podcast, so my cover work. They're doing intros and outros, and then there's something else that I haven't received yet, but I probably should follow back up. But I'm gonna put a plug here. I'm trying to get a sit stand desk so I can really revamp my podcasting space.
Wow, that's amazing. So what's a pod box? I've never heard of a pod box.
Man. I will have to get up and go grab it and show you all, because
I'll explain it a little bit.
Okay.
Because she explained it to me. It's pretty much a starter podcast box with a mic and with all the different things that you need. And it's a cool company. And actually, it's really good information to tell you now, because Flows to You has our new pod box.
Oh my gosh.
Extreme, which I'll just send you, one of my old mics. What, Dre? You don't like?
I mean, I have one too. So heck, I can send you my old.
We'll
mic.
just send you old stuff from Flows for You, so you can
They're
start
still
your
great.
own podcast.
The thing is that it's already purchased. You don't have to spend your money.
Yeah.
They're used.
It's
but,
been used by these amazing podcasters right here. You know what I'm saying?
So hopefully our skills will rub off on you as
Yeah.
you use it.
repurpose, y'all.
Repurpose. But seriously, it actually sounds pretty cool. They actually have a monthly service, Trey. It sounds pretty fun.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's amazing. And you just got all this free stuff to revamp and shoot you off and to go. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, actually, when I
Yes.
saw her intro, her podcast cover, it looks really cool, and so I was like, oh yeah, that's really well done. Now I know. Now I understand why it was well done.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
There was definitely some work that you had to put in. So you only got it if you were on the top 10 leadership board. So you had to really engage with other podcasters, comment, start group chats, and do some other things. So there was work that went into winning. So I definitely don't want y'all to think I'm just out here in the streets just winning because I'm lucky. Because if I was that lucky, I would have won the lottery and we could really be balling out. But
Oh my gosh.
wishful thinking.
Hey, once you win, just let me know. I mean, you were on our podcast first, and I'm just kidding. That would be amazing.
I guess we have to work on manifesting things that we want to attain. And so I've been learning that by an amazing person, Heather Lee Chapman, who teaches on manifestations.
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit here. But first, Trey,
I'm down.
it's that time.
Ooh, wait a minute. You're talking about...
I hope you remember, because if you don't, this whole segment doesn't work.
It's quiz time.
All right, sweet. So we got this portion of the podcast is where we throw Jason against our amazing guest, and whoever has the most answered questions correct at the end wins. So you guys will both get a chance to answer the question, but the better answer to the question will win. And these are actually all open answered questions. They are not multiple choice. So our title of the quiz.
And Genesis here, the trick here is you don't need to actually get it right. If you can make Trey chuckle, then that wins too. So don't overwhelm yourself. Just go crazy. If it says weird, just try to guess it. But if you don't have no idea, just make something up. So don't worry. Don't stress out about it. So
Is self-help books. And I was pausing because I was like, because he was going. Anyway, I hope that was funny. It is funny titles for self-help books. So guessing what the actual book is about will be the answer. So Genesis, since you are our guest, you will be going first, and Jason will follow. So this is the title of the book in question. Men Who Hate Women and the Women Who Love Them When Love Hurts and You Don't Know Why. What in the world is this book about?
Ooh, okay. Okay, say the title. Men Who Hate Women and Women Who Hate Men, and you don't know. Okay.
No, so you had the first part right. So Men Who Hate Women and the Women Who Love Them When Love Hurts and You Don't Know Why. So that's the second part of the title.
Getting
long
over.
title.
Yes, it is. Getting over broken relationships, trying to find your love, find your passion, how to love again. Bringing that saucy and fireness back. I don't know. I don't know.
I like it.
I know this one, Trey.
I like it. I want to hear Jason's answer, but
Yes.
I'm leaning towards Genesis so far.
It's the behind the scenes story of I Love Lucy.
Okay, close. But no cigar. No, so the book, and Genesis, you will get the point for this first question. This book tells you what to do if you're in a relationship with a man who sounds emotionally abusive and a little deranged from the description provided. So basically toxic relationships and how to I'm not entirely sure how the book is going to manage that, but that is what it's about.
That's
So Genesis,
intense.
yes. So congratulations, Genesis. You got a first point. And Jason, off to the second question, and you will start off.
All right,
So the
let's go.
title of the book, How to Survive a Robot Uprising, Tips on Defending Yourself Against the Coming Rebellion. Yes, that is the title.
Wow, I didn't know that they released this book. It is the story of my life.
Okay. Okay. Genesis, you just take a stab at it. The title is How to Survive a Robot Uprising, Tips on Defending Yourself Against the Coming Rebellion.
Kicking RPA in the butt, robotic processing automation in the butt, and taking ownership of humanity, because being a robot can be boring and you can't really, yes, you could do more stuff faster, but
I quit.
maybe just,
I quit.
stop playing it safe and really put the human perspective back into humanity, because you can't talk to a robot. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Did you read the book, Genesis? Would
Clearly.
you write this book?
No.
So that couldn't have been closer to what I was what I'm about to tell you. So you'll get that point, Genesis. So the book, it's written by a roboticist, and he's Daniel H. Wilson, and he teaches you the fun art of treating laser wounds to engaging in hand to pincer combat and current robot prototypes. I mean, we've all watched iRobot, right? Hey, it could happen. So you were more or less on the right track. So it's basically going to help us defend against robots. That's a book. I mean, I hope we never have to do that, but it's out there and it exists. And we lost Jason. So we're going to keep moving on. I don't know what happened, folks. We're going to continue the quiz when Jason hops back on.
Oh, look! I'm Jason, look.
The robots got
Scouter.
me, guys. The robots got me.
The robots are listening, and
Yeah.
probably is the FBI, and they don't like what we're talking about. So
Hi,
the next question, Genesis. So conversation. This is the title: Conversations with Animals, Cherished Messages and Memories as Told by an Animal Communicator. Good luck.
An animal lover is your best friend who can understand you more than your animal can. Speak to your animal and tell your animal secrets that you'll never tell a human being, because your animal is a man or woman's best friend. How to get inside the anatomy and the brain behind the animal. I don't.
Jason, you might as well just forfeit, man. Go ahead, though. It is your turn to answer the question.
The biography of Garfield.
All right. Because I like that answer, I'm going to give you a point, Jason. Genesis, you're on point. It is literally reading the body language and the communication from an animal's standpoint.
Wow.
Some of the description is: when my cat jumps on my face at 5 a.m., meows insistently, I know that she's trying to say something deep and meaningful. Mostly, my biscuit bowl is empty, or sometimes I brought in a dead thing and left it next to the bed as a symbol of my adoration. P.S. Feed me. So yes,
Wow.
Congratulations. You are 3 for 3 right now. Jason, you have a chance to come back and bring it all together. And this is your chance right now, because this is, well, actually no. I have one final question after this one. So this is the title. It's a jungle out there, Jane. Understanding the male animal in your life.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's interesting.
This is me.
Yes.
It's
You're up first.
A dating advice book. Be serious.
Okay. Genesis?
So it's a jungle out there,
Jane.
Jane. Okay.
Understanding the male animal in your life.
So that makes me think about Tarzan and Jane.
Right.
So release your inner beast, know how to conquer, know how to defeat, and know how to defend and protect your identity. And, just fall out.
Okay. Jason, what was your answer?
A dating advice book.
Here's the thing. Jason actually got that answer correct.
What? Go ahead, Jason.
So the writer is exploring the evolution of male behavior from the primordial ooze to the post-coital snooze. I have to admit, I giggled out loud at this. There may even be a teensy bit of snorting. Okay, so this obviously the person who read the book is a little anyway. So yes, it's about understanding male behavior. So you were close to on point, Genesis, but I'm gonna give the point to Jason. But here's the thing: this next one is for the mansion and the yacht. Are you guys ready? Because I don't think you are. I need verbal information. Jason,
Ready?
awesome. What is the meaning of life? Go.
Is this a book call? A book?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I'm joking. I need whoever answers the question first gets everything.
Okay.
Are you ready?
So the meaning. Oh, okay.
A new
No,
question.
this
Here's
isn't
a
it.
new
I'm
question.
joking. I was messing around.
Here we go.
25 minus 10.
15.
Congratulations, Genesis! You win!
All I do is
Wrong
win,
one, wrong
win, 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 win.
I had a couple of different sound effects that were like totally not what I was trying to go for. They were running. Anyway, that's the end of our quiz portion. Jason, why is Genesis on the show today, and what can she add to our show?
All right. Well, so when I asked Genesis what we could do for a better year, she gave me like 5 good answers. But I had to pick one for the promo. So
Of
I
course.
just went with the first one, even though the fourth one was my favorite. So we'll mention both of them. But one of the things you said for a better year, Genesis, is for people to manifest your dreams. And you were mentioning it a little bit. Explain to us why people need to manifest their dreams for a better year.
So whenever I think about manifesting your dreams, I think about where I was to where I am now. So last year was a heck of a year. Not only did I lose my dad on November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving,
Wow.
then found out that the company that I was working for, which was oil and gas, after being there for 7.5 years, were laying off 1,900 people. So then a week after my dad passed, I found out that I was being laid off. Then a little bit before that, the whole George Floyd incident happened, which really just like kind of rocked me. And it was around the time where my book came out, my first book called Chocolate Drop in Corporate America, From the Pit to the Palace, where I wrote that book out of frustration because I got tired of playing it safe, and I got tired of enough was enough. Because when you think about diversity, equity, and inclusion, it doesn't matter what color you are,
Right.
what your religion is, what your background is, because we need everyone working together to really build on equality and take this to another level. And I think a lot of people started jumping on the bandwagon, and it was seen as a fad or a check the box versus really having it evident. So when I said, okay, what does manifesting my dreams look like? Even though, yes, my dad passed away, which totally sucks, and I miss him dearly every day, lost my job, I was like, these things are happening to me, but they're also happening for me. So in order to get over these hurdles and these things that I'm facing, what is my vision going to look like? So I had to find my spark again. I had to get my vision back. And that looked like, me manifesting and saying things that I was grateful for and thankful for, as well as calling in things that I wanted to see in my life. Like, so I would say my gratitudes, even though there would be days where tears would just be rolling down my face because I'm going through my grief journey from losing my dad, not mainly from losing my job, because, jobs come and go. But the
Right.
beauty of losing a job is, those skills that you acquired over the years are always going to be with you. And you could go out there and start your own business as long as you have the right tools and the support and, collateral. So I was like, you know what? Let me get out here and start manifesting the things that I want to come into my life, because I don't want my dreams to end up in the graveyard because I was too afraid to really tap into it and be my whole authentic self. It's time for me to get outside of my comfort zone and win at all costs. So that's where I came up with manifesting my personal dreams as well as helping others, because I went through a whole self-discovery exercise.
Wow,
Wow.
that's amazing. I think when I lost my job, I thought, man, I want to eat again. And that's literally as far as I went manifesting my dreams. And so I feel like you went on another level, and I would have been just like, I'm just not going to get another job again. That's my plan. No reason. No reason to get stressed on it. Well, I think it's interesting too, right? Like right when your book released, then you actually don't work in corporate America. So it's kind of like, what do I do with that? Like, it's like I have this thing where I'm explaining one thing, but I don't actually do it anymore. But
It was
did that-
crazy.
yeah,
Because the book came out on May 27, 2020. Then the whole Black Lives Matter movement and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of people got, caught up in the title Black Lives Matter. And I was like, they're not saying that all lives don't matter. And, I agreed with some of the stuff they were doing and I disagreed with some of the other stuff. And mainly because my family is multicultural and we have mixed races in my family. So I said, you know what, they're saying that because whenever you leave your house and you have to worry about, am I going to be profiled, is someone going to follow me due to the color of my skin and all that stuff. But then fast forwarding, whenever the book came out, I was like, should I really talk about the book? So I really didn't talk about the book in corporate America. A lot of people still don't know that I wrote the book for various reasons, because at the end of the day, it wasn't for me to broadcast and say, hey, I'm an author, I wrote the book. It was mainly to put it out on the market to educate, inspire, and motivate people who were being called to read the book.
Yeah.
And out of having the book on the market, I met some incredible people who said the book gave them the courage to really share their stories, whether they were an African American man, woman, or whether they were from another ethnic group that said, hey, I now have the courage to tell my story because this is what I went through in corporate America.
That's amazing. And it said I've been a rapper my whole life, and so most of my friends are of color, and I've seen and heard the whackness that happens. It said my best friend who passed away a long time ago, but he worked as a mortgage money manager for one of the biggest companies in San Antonio. And the dude would be in a nice car and still get pulled over and still get treated a certain way, even when he was in those corporate meetings and things. And this guy graduated from Harvard. And so it's like, it always drove me crazy, because I'm like, those are the kind of people I want to be. And then that somebody of my color decided that they weren't important. That's so frustrating to me. Especially, being there. I said, I've been in cars where the cops pull me over, go to the other side and ask the passenger who was black for their ID. It's like, I'm the driver. I'm so confused what's happening. And I'm just combining all those things together. But I think it's so important to be able to write something to help people realize that, hey, you're not the only one. That's amazing. It's crazy that things happen the way it did, but it's an amazing story, and it's cool that you get to live it, right? So, Chase is blowing up our comments right now. Trey.
Oh, okay.
You see this?
Yeah, he hollered out your name earlier, and then he said, "And two cool dudes with the Tron background. Wait, what is going on here?" Then he said, "Preach" to what you were sharing earlier.
Pretty sure he's talking about me.
You could be Seth Rogen. Here's the thing: I've been called Seth Rogen before. But tell you what,
maybe he's talking to both of us.
You can be Seth Rogen.
You can be Seth Rogen. It's fine.
But they need to know your name. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah, because he's talking about her book. Yeah.
Right. He said, I grew up with a diverse group ever since I left Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So Wisconsin is where you need to not be. I'm just playing.
That's awesome. Trey, do you have any questions so far?
Well, I mean, I was just going to say, Genesis, I have no idea what your 2020 was like, other than what I just heard. And I'm so sorry for your loss. First off, I just want to say that I don't know how most people can do that, and sadly, I will have to experience that one day. But I really appreciate just everything that you've said so far, and it's really cool to kind of. I know that we don't necessarily talk a lot about a lot of these things on our show, but I really appreciate you bringing that to the forefront. What was kind of your motivation to kind of? I know you said enough is enough. I need to publish this, but what made you? I guess, you know what I'm saying, publish the book. What made you do it?
So there were a few things that really made me publish the book. After working for this Fortune 500 company for 7.5 years, a little background, I started as an administrative assistant, the bottom of the totem pole, even though I already have 4.5 years from another oil and gas company. So I spent 12 years in oil and gas and energy sector as a whole and 15 years of experience in corporate America. When I went over to this big company where everyone said, oh, I would love to work there. You have just such an amazing job. And then I saw that they saw my resume and they knew that I knew about their offshore assets. I knew about things that an internal person would know about the company that an external person would not know due to proprietary information. And they were just asking me questions about it. But then whenever the offer came, it's like, an administrative assistant. So I kind of like, kind of looked at it, but then I had to remind myself, hey, you have to humble yourself because now that you're going to another company where they necessarily don't know who you are, you're going to
Right.
have to start at the bottom and work your way up. But what really helped, what really like pushed me was once I got my degree, because I went back to school, I ended up changing my entire degree from a psychology major to supply chain and logistics and technology with double minors, one in purchasing and one in organizational leadership and supervision from the University of Houston. And I changed my degree to complement the company that I was working for because they said they would pay for my tuition reimbursement. So when it came time for a ROI, return on investment, I was like, you paid for part of my degree. Now you still want me to be an admin? I said, I'm sorry, but I did not go to school to be an administrative assistant. I went to school for X, Y, and Z, and I
Right.
know the company has a supply chain organization and procurement. So I had to fight and jump through hoops versus my counterpart over here who went to the same exact school, and she was also in the admin and tech bucket, but she got her degree in engineering and I got my degree in SCLT. That's the abbreviation for supply chain logistics technology. So then, whenever I found out that my pay was 20% lower than my counterparts, where I was doing the same work, not only did I end up getting out of the administrative assistant role, but I went on to be a raw material coordinator for polypropylene, which is a form of high grade plastics, where I manage all the raw materials components that went into making this high grade plastics for our chemical plant, and I was the only one doing that role. Then, after doing that role for 11 months, I went on to do trade regulations as a compliance coordinator, where I knew nothing about trade regulations, nothing about compliance, and it was the first time the company has ever created that role. So I really had to learn everything from the ground up because I didn't have a play-by-play book, and it was in that
Right.
role where it opened my eyes to see, like, man, they really don't see me worthy, and they want me to do all the work, but they don't want to put some respect on my check. And I began to work with internal and external stakeholders. I would travel for the company. I had, a company Amex card. I had Emerald Owl status, and I was representing this company to their C-suite executive. But my boss at the time, she didn't even understand the role because she didn't take the time to care. And then whenever they put up they had this thing called CLs, which are classification levels. They accidentally made a mistake and they put the levels up. So I saw that my peers were coming in at a CL 22 all the way to a 28. And at the time, I was doing that role as a CL 15. So you could see the big gap between a 15 and a 22. And it wasn't until, you know, I said, you know what? This is bonkers. This is
Right.
baloney. I'm over here busting my butt, building someone else's brand, their empire, their legacy, and they're not seeing the worth and the value that I'm bringing to the table. But I'm meeting these KPIs, these key performance indicators. I'm doing all the things to necessarily check the box and make them happy. But then in return, I feel mentally, emotionally, and physically drained because it came to a point where when I would roll up to that parking garage, I would literally roll my eyes because I did not want to be there. But I had to be there because my husband and I are dual careers and we have certain goals that we're trying to achieve, those financial goals and personal goals. So I said, you know what? I can't just up and quit this job without having a bulletproof exit strategy because mom and dad raised no fool. And so my dad would always tell me, Mija, you need to pray because my dad was South American and my mom is Caribbean. So I'm first generation American. And my dad would always say, just pray, the Lord sees what you're going through. Nothing happens nothing happens without a reason and stuff. I said, Dad, I've been going around this mountain 7 times. I feel like the guy in the Bible. When are these walls going to come down? I need them to
Right.
come down like now.
The walls of Jericho.
Yes, Trey. And then so that's when I really just my last job was my performance review. And I kid you not, I pulled out my phone and I wrote down in there, this is my same phone, y'all. And I wrote down in there, chocolate drop in corporate America after my boss told me, we're not going to promote you. I don't feel like you'll be able to compete with the professionals. And I'm like, I'm doing the work of a professional. And I've been doing this job for 3.5 years now
Wow.
with no guidance. And I made this up. So that was my breaking straw. And a little secret, I wrote my entire book. This is the first edition of my book on my cell phone because I did not have a laptop at the time. And I was
Wow.
not going to write it on the company computer.
Did you type it or did you audio to text it, voice to text?
No, typed it in the notes app on my phone.
Sheesh.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
if
We
you
had
did, either way, I was just asking how you did it because if it was me, I would be voice to texting it all day long because I hate typing.
Yeah, we had a guest that had written like 26 books or something, and
What?
his was
Oh,
all
yeah.
dictation. Like he would just dictation to his computer and just tell. And the dude writes. So he's still writing so many books, and it's just very impressive. But that's why, yeah.
Genesis, that is super cool and mind blowing. That first off, the whole corporate aspect. Being a white guy, I don't really. I know some aspects, but as in from coming from your aspect, that's really terrible. Like that's utter garbage, and quite frankly, that's not fair on any level. And I'm sorry that you went through that.
Thank you, Trey. And the funny thing, let me just add this little nugget on top. I guess it would be the cherry on top of the story. So after fast forwarding, after the whole George Floyd thing, the vice president of supply chain had a meeting with those of us that identified as Black or African American, and it was less than 30 people. I can't give the exact number due to proprietary reasons, but he started asking people, what is your stance with personal or professional racism? Have you experienced it, and can you share your story? So then he asked for people to volunteer. Then he came to me and he asked me to speak, and I said, well, personally, I have a problem whenever I go to the grocery store, such as Kroger's, and I'm with my sister's kids who are half white, and someone comes up to me and asks me, whose kids are those? Am I responsible for the kids that are with me? Then my brother's kids, who are half Indian, they don't really look African American. People stare at me. They wonder if the kids are okay and stuff like that. As if someone who looks like me cannot have, relationships with someone of another background and they can't produce beautiful babies or whatnot. No. And I was like, you know what? Ignorance is bliss. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And then the third thing I shared, I was like, my husband and I were driving to Dallas, and then I get pulled over by the state trooper. Once he goes to run my information and he finds out that I'm working for this Fortune 500 company and that my husband was a chef at a high profile senior living place here, he's like, okay, I'm going to let you guys go with a warning. And he's like, oh, wow, you work here? And he just started to ask us these questions and banter. And I'm like, seriously, what was the real reason that you pulled us over? That's what I'm thinking. But you can't say that because when you look like me or my husband, who's very light skinned compared to me, that you may just, that may be the last thing you speak. And then, the body cam may not be on to catch everything. And then so I shared that. Those were my personal stories. And then my professional story, I was like, I started in this company as an admin in 2013. Fast forwarding, it's 2020, and you're still paying me as an admin, even though I'm a professional. 1 week later, after that meeting, I get a $20,000 salary increase.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I was grateful for the salary increase, but
Right.
it literally
Frustrating.
felt
Where
like,
was it?
yes. And it
Like
felt
you should
like
have been
hush
paying me this
money.
whole time. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was
So
like, if you really wanted to do well, you would have gave me my back pay for the years you had me underpaid while I was working as a professional. You wouldn't have given this to me during the whole Black Lives Matter movement because it came across as hush money, like you're trying to check your boxes. And then you on the flip side, I turn around and get laid off, and I was the only Black woman on my team. And I was like, something is not right. But I said, you know what? God doesn't like ugly, and he's not too fond of pretty, and it is what it is. And I'm manifesting that greatness and better days are up ahead. And I know that me sharing my story is going to help somebody.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome, Genesis. Actually, Jaime is. Chase has some things. Everyone has some things. So Jaime's saying, you rock, Genesis. My wife just became a DEI agent at the local university. It's needed big time. She's been on the show. She's awesome. Her name's Nakisa. Chase is saying, your mom raised you well. Kyle's popping in. Sometimes if you want something to change, the only person that can is you. That can change it is you. Way to go. And then Jaime, we need people like you, Trey. You white guys have more power than us. If we speak up, we get to yell. But you speaking up, carpet's more weight and power than mine every day. Said back pay. Yes, and then Kyle's saying everything happens for a reason and leads you to the path you're supposed to be on.
Well, so Trey, I want to do something real quick, and then we're going to go back. Different than normal, but I want to make sure I get this before a certain somebody leaves.
Okay.
So I think it's that time, Trey. And Genesis, we'll be back on the interview. We want to do this real quick. So
Okay, cool.
I
Just
think it's
because
that
someone's
time,
in the
Trey.
comments. What time are you talking about?
I think it's time for you to tell everybody that you are in love with a gingerbread man.
The one with the gumdrop buttons?
Yes. Well, I know how you feel about gumdrop buttons.
I think he's talking about.
It's time for question of the day.
Yes.
Special edition.
So today, one of our good friends, his birthday was this week, and so I've decided that he always complains.
Tuesday.
A certain Jaime, he complains that he never gets to be on Question of the Day. So what I've done, I've compiled a list of lots of Jaime's questions of the day, and to celebrate our amazing friend and his birthday, mid interview. We're going to do this, and each guy, what you're going to do is you're going to answer this question. You're not going to know the answer because these are from random questions from other podcasts. But I want you to do your best to answer this question for Jaime as I ask them for y'all. I'll even answer some. And so we'll start with Genesis. Genesis, again, you might have no idea how to answer this question. Just do your best.
I'm a little worried.
Let me look for a good one. All right, let's see. Here you go.
Coming through. What?
All right, here we go. First question for Genesis. Do you think depression automatically equals not wanting to be in the world anymore?
No, because I feel like depression is a mindset that conditions you. And I feel like when you're dealing with depression, you can actually go seek help as long as you tap into the ability that you are dealing with depression and you remove the denial behind depression. Depression is a state of mind, but it's not a condition that you will permanently have if you're willing to seek out, guidance from a, paid professional. You're willing to really conquer it and face it head on.
Well, nice. Very good
Wow.
answer. All right,
Amazing
Trey,
answer.
it's your turn. Please give us the name of your shell mom.
So, just a little
Since
bit of
you are-
backstory.
Yes.
These are all questions he's asked on the show for different guests at different periods of time.
And we had never answered them.
My
Or even-
shell mom. What
Yeah,
the
because this
freaking
is
heck?
from one of our people that is a mermaid, and so they needed to. Trey Jaime wanted to know the name of their shell mom. So Trey, please tell me the name of your shell mom.
The freaking heck. Lapras from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
That's what I got.
All right, so this is for me. We had a movie producer on, and Jaime asked if you could change one iconic scene in any movie, what would it be and why? Let's see. It would be. Well, come on. Let me think. Oh, yes. Here goes. It would be Indiana Jones, as Harrison Ford's running down the thing, and the giant ball is chasing him, and he's running from the thing. I want him to turn around and go knock knock,
Baba Booey.
and then he gets ran over. That's all I'm asking for.
Wait, what?
It says knock knock, and then it's like, who's there? The giant ball to squish you. I'm sorry, guys. I try.
Wow.
I was trying to think of something funny. It didn't work out.
It's okay. We'll
yeah.
give you some snaps.
All right, here we go. So
I'll give
next,
you. Okay, we'll give you.
next question for Genesis. Let me look for a good one.
You better get some good ones going.
Ooh, this is a great one. This is one of our friends who is a poet. We were talking about lots of things, and this is a great. I'm giving you all the serious answered questions because all right, here you go, Genesis. What is the lesson that you want to leave with the next generation tonight?
Ooh,
Lesson that
that's
you wanna
amazing.
leave for the next generation.
That's actually a
tonight,
good question.
Genesis? Yeah, I know. That's I'm making Jaime's questions look like they're meant to be answered.
The lessons that I would love to leave for the next generation is 1, learn and grow, be consistent, never take people in your life for granted because you never know when they're going to leave. I also want you to tap into your purpose because each one of us has a purpose. And that looks like you going on a self-discovery exercising. Ask yourself, who am I? And then write down all your strengths, write down all your characteristics, tie in your morals, your values, and your integrity. And then ask yourself, how are you creating that impact today, tomorrow, and future generations to come? What type of legacy do you want to leave? And then the lesson I actually want to share with somebody is, if you were to write your own obituary, how would you want it to be read? What do you want people to say about you? What do you want people to say about you, Jason? What do you want people to say about you, Trey? How did you show up? Were you a kind person? What type of impact did you make? How did you make people feel? What type of businesses did you start? Did you create anything with the gifts, the talents, and the vision that were placed inside of you?
Don't say
Nice.
anything, Jason.
What was that, Trey? Oh, yes. Very good answer. Very good answer.
Freaking believable.
She
Wow.
has killed every question we've asked her today.
Maybe
Like-
our podcast should just be questions of the day from now on because we can
Yeah.
have full conversations about them.
Yeah. All right. Trey, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
Maybe this will be our last round.
Yes. Let me think here. I had a good one, and then here you go. Who have been some of your inspirations, Trey? This was for a movie director, writer, but in general, long as you say my name, Trey, you've won this quiz.
This is hard. I don't like being put on the spot.
You got this, Trey. Come on.
I
on,
want to
tell us,
say
what are your
Donald
inspirations,
Trump. I'm
Trey?
just playing.
Oh God.
No. No, I mean, honestly, I think Jason, I want to say Jason and Jaime have totally
Aw.
been some of my biggest role models because, I mean, like I said, we've said this story a couple million times, but Jason, I met him back at one of our conferences for being, our group of churches met up. It was a giant conference. It was called World Discipleship Summit. And at some point, it was probably towards the end of the weekend, there was a bit where, a whole bunch of rappers were on stage, and he was there kind of chauffeuring them. And he was also one of the rappers. He didn't get to be on the stage, and that really stunk, and I wanted to see him. But I got to meet him, and he was there, and we met, and he doesn't remember me at all from that point on. But because, I mean, we met a million people there. But
I was working like 5 a.m. to 5
Right.
till 2 a.m. every single day. So yeah, I don't remember anything from that.
4 years later, we actually met, and he remembered. I mean, he got to actually meet me that time around. And he wasn't having that bad of a day, so we got to eat and hang out. And he did a cipher, and he just straight up freestyled right there. I beatboxed for him, and then 2 years after that is when we started being on the podcast together. So Jason's one of my best friends, and I actually haven't seen him in person since 2016, which is insane. And then, I mean, he's just a funny guy, and he is always there to talk to. He lifts me up. He helps me be a better disciple. And Jaime, on the flip side, as far as mental health and understanding my brain, he's there. These guys are both huge role models in my life. So, and it's funny because they become my best friends. Jaime, last year I met, and then Jason I've known since technically 2012, but we'll go with 2016. So yeah, no, they're always there to listen and bring me up and uplift me. So there.
Aw. That's very
Oh,
sweet.
that's amazing. Look
I
at
feel
that,
like
building a community beyond the church walls.
I feel like both of y'all have given such great answers. I think we're just gonna end this the question of the day segment here because I
Okay.
don't need to do this again. Because y'all are gonna make me look worse. But there are some amazing questions from Jaime's previous podcast. Finally, Jaime, you have made questions of the day, and you've had more questions than any person ever on Question of the Day. So you've won, and happy belated birthday from your friends. So now, anyways, one of the other things that you mentioned when I was asking you about doing the show, and it's my favorite thing here. It says, "Say no to distractions." And as a father of a 4-year-old and a 8-month-year-old, my life is a distraction. And I'm not saying no to anything. Like distractions, just kind of they're my only real opportunities through the day. It's a distraction. So, um, why is that another thing? Again, we could go. One of the other things I'd say is like you talked about your book, and I know you have your podcast, and you have so many other things that you do. How do you say no to distractions? Because we've talked about this. Me and you are in the same. We're both stay at the home people, but it sounds like you got way more done than me. So please, let's talk about that a little bit.
So one thing that I do with my phone is I love to put my phone on do not disturb. It's something that I really started tapping into because sometimes we can be glued to our phone and then we're like, oh, there's an Instagram. Oh, she's
Right.
going live. What? This
Notifications.
happened? And then we get caught up into the notification. So if I'm working on something that has a pressing deadline, I'm easily going to put my phone on do not disturb. And sometimes I forget that my phone is on do not disturb. So like if my husband is trying to reach me or my mom or my brothers, I was like, oh dang, he called twice, he called 3 times, and he sent text. I was like, ooh, okay, let me hurry up and call him back. Like today, like before I got on this live, I went to Zumba to work out, y'all. So if you could see my whole outfit, I literally have on workout clothes, and I just had to wipe the
Trey.
wipe the sweat and stuff off. So when I'm working out, like that is me saying no to distractions because while I'm working out, that is me conditioning my body, me giving my mind a break from external things that are going on, the news, social media,
Right.
people blowing me up, whatever, because I need to work on my health and my wellness because health is wealth. So if I can't carve out time to practice self-care, but I could carve out time to help any and everybody, then I'm not really benefiting myself. And the thing that helps me, keep myself accountable is putting things in my calendar because if they're not in my calendar, then I'm not going
Right.
to do it because then I'm easily going to be distracted. Sure, I have wiggle room for things to break in here and there, but I'm really trying to be intentional with my time because the time that we spent on certain things, if they're not building us up mentally, physically, and emotionally, then they're distracting us from our goals and tasks at hand. But with you, Jason, you have bundles of joy and kiddos. And spending time with your kids is time that you're not going to get back if you don't tap into them because they want to eat, they want to play, they want your affection, they want all those things. But if you keep brushing them away, they may not tell you that it affects them, but you'll see it affect them in their body language, their demeanor, and stuff like that. And spending those times with your kids, especially since your kids are young, is time that you're not going to get back whenever they get into their teenage years and stuff like that because they're going to be busy doing things with their friends and stuff. They're not going to be worried about mom and dad and what they have going on. They're trying to live their best life.
Yeah.
So embrace the season that you're in right now because you're in a sweet spot. You have kids, whereas someone else around the world is wishing that they had bundles of joy and they're struggling to make those kids. So even though we're both stay at home, we're dealing with things on a different wavelength. So you have to ask yourself, how can you say no to distractions without neglecting that special time and bond with your children? What does that look like for you? Do you need to tap into things when your kids are down for a nap? Do you need to incorporate things that your kids could do in your daily activity? Stuff like that.
Yeah. The
Wow.
problem is my kids refuse to take naps because they're mean. And they're just like, no, we want to hang out with our daddy all day, which you're right, though. And I appreciate that because it's like, and that's always been my priority. It's like, I definitely want them to have memories of just hanging out with dad. And there, every once in a while, my son will rebuke me when I'm like trying to get something done. He'll be like, no, daddy, you don't sit in the chair today. And I'm like, ooh, like, obviously I've sat in the chair a little too much.
How
Oh, no.
dare you?
Speaking of handsome gentlemen. Hey, say
Hi.
hi.
Boston is here.
Say hi to the people.
What's up, man?
Hi.
What? Hey.
Where you going?
Hey.
Oh, are you on the show now? Is that happening?
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's Trey.
It's Trey.
What's up,
Hi,
man?
Trey. It's right her house.
Yeah, we're at Trey's house. Yeah.
Trey's
I
house.
wish my house looked like this. It'd be crazy.
Her house.
Yeah, and then we're at Genesis' house too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you come in and say goodnight to me?
Okay.
Or did you come to steal my phone?
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see you later then.
The things
See you later,
kids
Boston.
do.
Yeah, that's every day. But it's you're right though. It's sometimes I go, well, I want to get stuff done so I have more things to do. But then at the same time, it's like, I want to make sure I hang out with my kids. I want them to remember that dad was fun. And at some point, I'm not going to be fun anymore. So I need to ingrain into their head that I was fun at some point. So,
Oh my
And I-
gosh.
yeah.
I guess another thing I would say too, for you, Jason, as well as Trey, is you have to ask yourself: are you busy to just stay busy? And when you're being busy, are you really being intentional, or are you just being busy so you have something to constantly do that doesn't really matter?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're saying 20 seasons of anime is a distraction? Is this what you're saying?
No.
Might be. I mean, might be.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hey,
Um,
we all have guilty pleasures that we tap into. Like, I love Netflix, but then I was like, if I don't get out of this bed and stop trying to Netflix and chill
Yeah.
while I'm at home and the rest of the people are gone, I'm going to be as big as a house. So I was like,
Oh
you
my
know what? I need to get up out of this bed. I need to do something constructive, and I cannot binge watch Working Moms. I can't binge watch. Manifest was so good, y'all. And just
19 seasons is the limit, Jason.
Fine. I'll just watch 19 seasons of every show and then leave the last season
Why?
for one day.
That would completely ruin everything. No, I like what Genesis is saying, though. I feel that, I mean, I can binge watch stuff all the time, and it's a habit, and it sucks. And I feel like I could get so much more. I mean, even in my own room. This is actually my room. It's not a CG background thing. But I feel like I can just get stuff done in my life outside. And entertainment, I think, obviously what you're saying is entertainment in and of itself isn't bad. It's in moderation. It's everything in moderation. It's
yes.
eating less. It's drinking the right amount of things. It's exercising and not too much because you can't overwork yourself, and kind of pushing yourself sometimes. But it's everything in moderation.
And according to Jaime, drinking amounts of blood, I guess, for teenagers.
I think what he's saying is sucking the life out of you.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have kids, but I picked that up. So
Yeah. That was a good one because I don't have kids either. I'm on rentakid.com. I rent my nieces and nephews and give them back.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we have to give him another question. Trey, Jaime asked a question in Genesis.
Yes. Hi, May.
Oh,
Here it goes.
okay. That's the third reference this week to Manifest. What season is it on? Please say fourth season.
Season 4. You hear all about Manifest here with Flows for You.
Okay.
Nice. And we got a commercial. That's all time. That's a good day.
Today was a good day.
I know. Man, we could definitely talk to you forever, Genesis, and I really appreciate you just being open and just having a fun, serious, silly
wanna have you back
conversation
on.
with us. Really, really cool. Now, I do want you to be able to plug some stuff. So this is your moment. Please tell people where they can find your stuff, whatever you want them to look, find your book, find your podcast, find your new movie coming out. I don't know.
Where you buy your cereal from? I mean,
yeah, where you get the new Genesis cereal. Please tell the people.
So for those of you who really want to connect with me, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Genesis, Genesis, Amaris, Amaris, Kemp. I am on Clubhouse as Genesis A Kemp. If you're interested in getting some food for thought, check out the book Chocolate Drop in Corporate America, From the Pit to the Palace. If you want me to sign a copy of your book, you could hit me up in my DMs. I have the first edition copies on hand. If not, you'll be able to check out the second edition of my book on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Target, Walmart, and some of those other major brick and mortar stores. And if you want to hear more about what I have to say and hear incredible guests, head on over to my podcast, Gems with Genesis Amaris Kemp, where the whole preface behind my podcast is to educate, inspire, and motivate people. And I can't wait till Jason and Trey each come on to do their 30-minute segment on a niche area that they want to talk about, because I really believe that we all have stories to tell, and they're not just for us to keep to ourselves. The reason why you go through trials and tribulations is so they could be your story of triumph and your testimony. And your testimony is what will unlock doors and break bondages and set other people free, because you were bold and courageous enough to share what you went through.
That's
wow.
Amazing. Now,
thank you so much.
Genesis has been on her game when it comes to the comments, so I'm just going to give her a heads up. Jaime asked, here it is, please link it. I want to order it, so I know you're already on the game, so if you can do that while we talk more stuff,
Okay.
That'd be great. I'm not even going to try to step to you because your comments game is insane. We should hire you just to do the comments for our podcast.
Hey, I'm
awesome.
with it.
If we had the money.
Yeah, we can make an intro. But yeah, so that's amazing. Please check those things out. And again, I love having you on the show today. And now it's time for us to turn it all into a wrap, right, Trey?
Yes, it is.
All
and by
right.
the way, Genesis, you have your first two guests, apparently. Nope, that's not it. Kyle's saying me too, but this was after Jaime saying let me be a guest, Genesis.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll link
And-
the podcast guest form.
Yeah, because both Kyle has his own football about his own podcast about a video game called Mutant Football League, and Jaime is just awesome, and he has like 85 shows and is an amazing producer and just cool guy all around. So
Oh, okay. What's up? Let's tap in, podcasters. Tap in.
Okay.
Genesis is
I'm
going to
not a
add a
rapper.
verse into our freestyle for one. This is gonna be weird. I'm not ready for this.
Hey,
Sweet.
I could drop bars on poetry, but I cannot drop bars on rap, so I would have to read them.
Oh, sorry. I apologize, Jaime. You do live web streams.
They
He
do a
doesn't
web
do
show.
podcasts.
It's a webcast.
My bad. I'm sorry. He
my
doesn't do
gosh.
podcasts. He's too good for us podcasters.
All right, Jason, let's get it. So, Jason is going to wrap. What are some of the things we were talking about this show, Genesis? You know, we're talking
you
about
wanna
wellness.
make sure that I add it to
right,
the
that
song.
you want to add.
Okay. Diversity, equity, inclusion,
Nice.
compassion. We talked about grief and loss.
Okay.
We talked about taking ownership, manifesting your dreams. We talked about flipping the script on no.
Okay.
So cutting out distractions, self-care, being an incredible dad, staying at home. We talked about Jaime's wonderful questions, which wish we had more times to play. Man, we talked about so much stuff on this live tonight. We talked about that amazing Kit Kat bar that Trey was eating on the live, and he said it tasted like Fruity Pebbles. Yes, that's it. Fruity
It's
cereal.
literally Fruit Loops, but it tastes like Fruity Pebbles, in my opinion.
We talked about me working out because you know I
Yes.
don't want to be big as a house. Y'all see, I'm trying to get these arms toned and
But
lean.
your arms will be big as a house.
Hey, I'm
All
trying
right.
to get my 6-pack on, y'all.
There you go.
Work.
Jason, you ready to go?
Yeah, I guess we'll.
Or do you want to write some more stuff down, or
No, you're fine.
okay?
I think
Genesis.
I feel
Do you have a stage name? Do you want a stage name?
good. Do you want
It-
us to
it-
name you?
Do you want us to name you? Because we're gonna intro us all in, and me and Jason are gonna spit. So.
Can I be Firecracker G?
Done.
Firecracker G, done and done. All right, let's get it. Jason, you ready?
No, but well, we don't have a choice in the matter. It's
Cool.
how it
If
goes.
you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I know. Oh, that's one thing I know.
Yo, we got DJ Sound Effects, Firecracker G, and Scout the Psalmist on the mic. Let's get it.
1 second. Let's get it.
Okay. Here we. Now I'm chilling with the chocolate dop in corporate America. She be straight killing it up and straight fair enough. Never doing things that she ever make them stereo. You know what I'm saying? Forever she get it clear enough. She really said rook and they were like, yo, you don't have a job no more. That's what I know. Only if I can't break it down with the throw, but she's trying to get you to understand. Yo, self-development and advocate is the best. Only if I can't see the visionary on the past, then I know. Inclusion and diversity is high. Only if I can't talk about it all, Mike. Now we're sitting with the firecracker doing what I do. Forced to be reckoned with, this is what I do. Cause enough is enough. You gotta stand up and do what you was doing. Now it's time to get tough. Oh no. And tell people that it ain't fair. That you getting paid like a little thing right there. That's messed up. You need your money, yo. Especially if you're doing big jobs. Take a bacon, yo. Now I got to show them the power than the pain. And Trace is a jerk eating Fruity Pebbles, hey. Only if he got to get it with that Kit Kat. He's like, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah, you're nuts like that. And I don't even know what I can't react. If I am better when I gotta feel bad than that. And now it's only if she got her gems, she got a podcast, gotta talk about it, and she don't even flip it up and then turn it down. You knew what I was saying and you feel it now. When in wow, must I get it back and through. Happy birthday to Jaime, you're so cool. And we used about 50 of your questions all one time, and we answered them the hardest we couldn't find. All I know is that you're a really good question answerer, answering more questions than us, only Vanderner. Only if I can't think of things like that. Only if I can't react to raps and better with the pack. And yes, my son came and said hi to the people, and he was like, oh, hi. Dad, I came to steal your phone like I always do every day. Only if I can't make it down. And anyway, I get important phone calls, and they're like, hey, why didn't you answer mine? And I'm like, my son's playing Pokemon. I don't even get what I'm supposed to do. If I gotta think about it, now I know what I do. Now see, you gotta manifest your dreams. Keep it real. Don't be afraid. Keep the vision ill. Oh no. But please say no to distractions running this way. And yes, 20 seasons of anime is too much. 19's fine. Only if you can't feel the touch. And only if I knew what I'd be. See me, I gotta be focused on my NCs. My little kids, only if I keep them all real. And now we got to break it down, run it like Braille. Guess we're done with this freestyle flow, yo. I hope I added enough stuff to say, oh. Anyways, Genesis, you're so darn cool. Now I gotta finish the rap, and that's true.
Wow! Mic drop bars.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jason. I think we did great, man.
Yeah, you did an amazing job, Trey. You added your favorite horn. You love doing that horn.
The trumpet.
You don't use the trumpet enough in your beatboxes, but anytime you have a chance, you know you're feeling good when you have the trumpet. You're having a good day.
That was definitely a first in a long time that I was doing harmonies in the background.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting.
You were.
I felt that. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time, Jason. Genesis, I hope you had a good time.
I did. Y'all saw me trying to dance. Like I'm not a dancer, but I was trying to get it.
Oh no, you were doing great. You were our hype person for sure. Thank you so
amazing.
much.
But thank you so much, guys, for listening to the show. Make sure you subscribe and like. Send us a message over at flowsforyou.com. If you want to be on the show, if you want a question of the day, if you want to be the next Jaime and ask 85 questions, that's fine.
Or just one.
We just
One would
need
be
one.
great.
So this is 2 weeks in a row we've had questions of the day, Trey. from our listeners. I'm excited about this.
This is a momentous occasion.
Yeah,
not
so
gonna lie.
next week we need somebody to step up and ask us a question of the day so we can use your question in the question of the day. And by the way, while you're on our website, remember that if you need an amazing website like that, go to nomadweb.design. It's an amazing place. They designed our website. If you need a professional looking website for amazing price, go to nomadweb.design. That's the place to go. Trey, is there anything else that I have forgotten?
Well, just a couple things, but just a couple. If you guys want to be on our show, please feel free, like Jason said, to reach out to us on our website, flowsforyou.com, or hit us up at flowsforyou.pod@gmail.com. Feel free to send us an email. Also, if you want us on your show, if you need some guests, me and Jason are down to clown. So again, reach out to us. We are more than willing to come on your show as long as it is not during our slot segment, which is at 9 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. CST on Thursday nights.
That is it. Now, Genesis, this is the time. Sorry guys about this fork. I have ADD and I need things to entertain me.
I got
and
a
the
fork too.
Is what the fork? Me and
Do you have one too, Genesis?
No, I just have nuts over here. This, which I didn't want to eat on live, and some water, y'all.
Okay.
No fork. Well, the force part is I haven't even eaten dinner yet, but I have a fork for some reason.
That's unacceptable, Jason.
Yo tengo hambre. I'm hungry, y'all.
I made some turkey gyros.
Gyros.
They're waiting for me in the kitchen. My wife finished it up. You know what, dude? You know what? Your face is oh my gosh. Here's your pacifier tray. Take that.
Get out of here. Freaking. You know what, Jason?
All right, Trey. So what you're gonna do, Genesis? You're gonna give Trey 3 words, and he's gonna make up a song. Trey is not very good at this, but it is very entertaining.
Phenomenal.
He's getting better, but he is definitely not a seasoned freestyle professional. He is a awesome Trey.
I have a little bit of practice.
Yeah,
we've been
doing this podcast for like 90 episodes. He better be getting better. He is, by the way. But it is we're working on it. So enjoy this. It's you will laugh way more than you did on mine because he's awesome. So give Trey 3 words. It doesn't matter. It could be the most random words in your head. Give him some words.
And this is our outro. So after this, please feel free to stay on. We won't keep you long.
Yeah, so we can talk to you after the show.
Oh, no worries.
You probably got to go just like everybody else. So.
Oh, no, I'm good.
So 3 words or phrases.
Okay. Blue. Skull.
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 Okay.
And
like
Jesus
this right
is,
here?
yeah, like that. That's where I got it. And Jesus is king.
Perfect.
Yes.
Blue Skull, Jesus is king. Awesome. Phenomenal.
Let's go. Let's get it, y'all.
Genesis, you've been an amazing guest. Thank you so much for coming on. We want to have you back on. We had such a limited amount of time, but there was so much we could talk about. Let's have you back on soon. And with that,
let's really get it. My favorite color's purple. How do you make that blue and red? Mix them together, then you get my color. Purple is the best one in the world. There's no other. What is Frank Castle? He's the Punisher. What does he have on his freaking chest? It's a giant skull, just like the one hanging up on my wall. Let's get it, man. Genesis is a fan. She wants to talk about. I almost had it. Let's bring it back. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Let's go. Let's keep it on. Talking about it. Let's listen to each other. Don't get prideful when you talk. Just let's sit down, talk to a brother and a sister. Keep it going. Jesus is king if you don't already know it, y'all. Jason, take us home. home.
Thank you so much, guys, for spending time with us. We can't wait to see you next week. You're amazing. And remember, this is what we do. Close for you. Peace. I pressed the wrong button, Trey. Here.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I like y'all song.
I never